Peace 104.3 ya chance ene wonyu jubre se modo a ya bobo no e dia fa ye kase bodem se mufa asem kroji agiatum se sansem nyina edika na editie e wa asom nti enye obre fisa bre kopem se no nso bebo wa fidi kase esu ye de nsem nyina nchemu e somo e wo akan kase mo betie nka e wo neat fm 100.9 sanso e na okay 101.7 ye betwa ho e wo kumase asante mantamum Dr. Sir Kwame Despite na bronze akona ebutu kumase dum ehwo na abete enuanom hello 101.5 FM enka wadama yere nam social media platform no ne fa eye Facebook mechira animu krata no eye Peace FM 104.3 afei TikTok ye twa ho ewo ho Peace FM 104.3 onyujubre sama de ebrewo no obegibre etie bi ensama ekoso ene de due wo my Ghana emwo no ye chance se current affairs ye de munsam esomo na ye wi a ya sanso ahwe edifri eye afi ekona wie ye no enko ade eye ahinemi bosome no emu ni aba betwa ade asi obubuo bosome no emu na ya sanso aba begina openima bosome emu ye kan we nyina de afua na ye de asomo achese wo my Ghana sesei eni wiase nyina afi no ekono awie ye ensema ye de somo anwumre no edoso na so emu eni animu bi eni
na say na program because ewa sports stadium na crash bi kutetu anu wodin any social media so nyina na twagu police say sa crash no o ma che no
sanso ene wo posifo na monto a wo mutuo na ho bambo mapa begina mu ewo Christmas edwumadie emu entinom tema regional police command no ache arm robbers makomako ennan na tututu ma ne homne so ntemu miensa ahwere wo monkwa
doma hene e de afutuo ne adesrede ama wofo se wo masetina mu nsem bekoye mo mofra atimanyini ama my Ghana nya won sofa so afakese na no e de wona pam
sanso ena atimo kwa hene so e de atodwa se Ghana man Penny's Excellency John Dramani Mahama ema wo mutumi no mo ahemfonso nkuntia galamse no bi
Koforo the diocese bishop e de adesrede ama warefo se wo ma ni die ni ebuo embre wo fie ene wo ware mu ne mwa na wasetina mu nsem so emfa ne ntuma pa emfamfira
abafra kuma bi a wanya mfinhie nsia kɔtɔ polytank mu ahwe no enkwa aka ho bi ama dum gya adwuma eko no esi abatan sa fofide mu yem ye ni enku ye ma no ho
wai ye ne nsɛm a ebedi akotene ewo no nsia kase boyi mu eno akire de bɛbɔ e de ra October November December senia minua ne di kan kyerɛkyerɛ mu na ansa na no yɛmfa aseda e ma Osons chemist ye do wanwaso a Osons garlic capsules e de boye chidom na MTNC we there for you everywhere you go. High sense is even to anim. Say electrical appliances na open kwa dia ene na wabo awremu high sense showroom bi ebe wo mu dofo roofing system se bra yema won chance fa board down so be pam ho yeda wabetu ayenka budget cash and carry limited e the Blogins energy drink ebo ya chidom Pepsodent is one mo huni di beko e wetima ka suma asem wo ye dro ba ko pe eno ane Pepsodent wo Henry spices ne do so dwa so nya spices bia na yedie use wo Henry spices na beboa wo na Ruta natural product nso dwa so wonya Ruta meche boatu malaria asihu wonya Ruta titanic nso a typhoid the truth atahwe onum bie no na esa bo ma mogye afusane woni padue no bebo ma opomuden pa atumi akoye nti Bora pharmacy herbal shop chemical shop nyina won sabe kan bi Lawson Herbal Center at the Lawson local merchant so be just na ne papa enti Dr. Lawson wona mo afans nko a eno ne the virgin doctor abo mama nyina ya virgin tunya Lawson Herbal Center o modon won so Lawson local merchant beboa na asiesi o menua ba Ecobank say babia o save usika no so monfa be for kwaso nya adwuma mo nya ga usika firi ho na efa beto Ecobank cancelled mixture e ya arthritis e do tatahwe enka ne ye nim tesa sabro ne arthritis na e waduro enti sa woni unity sa no amofra ne mpenifo no eni fie ho blanket nyina ya sesa na ye dakata omo so eni yensu onyunu ko mu ndwade bi na mpese omanom bi ene ye nya cancelled mixture boa etu arthritis etu sabro asihu ama pomodin pa won satumi ka bi wo ye don won so Bora herbal shop chemical shop pharmacy herbal Ghana for nyina won sa ebetuma ka bi wani nyumeku abu ye twidom akase po ye de esomwa kenkanfo eye me Sadat Muhammad Mene
nana ama anotufo
afei nsɛm no mu nkyerɛ mu enie ɛna no ukwada anase koseda mpomum dwumadie bi ba so ɛwɔ Airwax Sports Stadium ɛni anyomtofo ɛni wɔ n'akyitafo kokogye wɔ n'ani wɔ hɔ no papaapa na krache ba ko etu na ekuta no enye tuwa ɔno so onye bamboni ene ne odi nam nipa mu pagya ko osoro tutu bi ko osoro mate samanfo hunu sampa ono so ye guy na video yi pe social media so pepe ena police adwumako no wo de krata pe monten so de afa ho na cyber vetting team e criminal investigation department wa wo police atena kesi mu ase ena wo kire mu say video no omo so matimi ahunu bi na omabo mo homoden pa ma ne krache no a na okuta etuo no wo social media mu na no kosa de pe monten so no ne din omo nsaka ene Abubakar Sadiq omatimi ache no na hotedi ene cyborg na mpenifo kire mu say program ne ba so kwasiada edwoda so pepe omu video no na che so mo bo mo homoden a tese krache no mo kokopie mu wa denta ho no obo no ho dwa o mo kokoche no na etuo ne kuta no wo so no police fo chire mu so mo nsa tumi aka ya de o matimi age na etuo no deya MK12 firearm na tese na krache ne kuta no wo na etuo no registration number ne 22-GHA-1162 22-GHA-1162 na mpenifo se etuo no so mo saka etuo no bebo mo hwehwe mu so atumi afa ne ntoma pa die fra na mprempren se ne kwapim ni beka no no krache na ya de wo police fo kukumu a wo beboa na tese hwehwe mu mapa atumi afa ne ntoma pa die fra na brepam ye de no akwakogina court na embra so ni na di se ne ye se ne fata na police asagina so de kokobo ama Ghana fo nyina se bia na wo etuo no fa kwampa so na wonsa kan wo fa kwampa so otima register na no ma ho kwan se otimi di pie nipa mu na ko yi kire amanfo sa na mpese wakwa akoto e de akɔwiem police kire mu se etuo no wo bi na wonsa kan no kwampa so register no kwampa so a na se wan hweye na odi pie monten so wa bra ensem fata na police fo sa kan wa ebia to me krata license na ekuta won ye betimi age na enu achensu ede wakwa kogina mra no na mra no wadi sane ye se na efata sane ane cyborg Abubakar Sadiq empenifo de ne kwa kogina mra no yi entu wi aya krata police adwumeko no wode apie emonten so Chief Inspector Bridget Babanawo wa public relations officer criminal investigation department ninsa na ehye krata yi ase
na yeda so agina bambo mu enkomo krono a emu tema regional police commander so atia ya nanso sem wo magina wo mu na mu pon ebo atwuma enam sanfo fidentin ama wo mu bambo dwuma no a wo mu edie ni sese kran de adanso wo mu so omuti wo no obi tia wo mu nanso se wo mu susu se nipa bia wo makodi nsensem me ewo ene posifo nsem ma yede wo mu kogina akota ye san edi wo masem wie yire bo wo mu a wo makwakwada afiase no o maba montene na wo mu aye hyehyeye se wo mu kwakwakwa mu kadwumadie ni bi ewo afienya matayeko empotem wo posifo se wo mu te sansem ya pe wo mu anya naso wo mu so ka wo hu egu monte so hyase ede waso atoto fam de woni kekan aye empotem wo no kwasem wo mu kohia aye ememu akinti a wo so makomako ennan na wo mu hia wo mu ape na mema no hyase sanituo edi gu bambofo so esantete a posifo no enyenti wo mu so hyase ma wo mu tuo kasaye ewi achie no ni mema makomako nan na wo mu ni wo mu hia na posifo tu na kasa amemu miensa de wo mu gugu fam ene mu ba ko nso nya no eche no de wo kire mu kasa de ma ponsi atwumako no ASP de Jakwasun wono eche se Intelligence Directorate APID enya asasem no apene wo manya na so na wo mu koye o ma ye hwehwemu kakra eche se sa nipa nan no kwasem se o ma ye ex convict eche se wo makọ o ma Ghana ene de afie mu ba ko akosom ho emfie bebreni na o mo ba monten so a wo mo de sa kwamu kadwumadie no abaye wo madwuma wo mo ekọ akoye ye se temampota mu wo de wo mu twa wo mo papa na supposed for ekire wo mo no de wo mo ye ni nyina eno so ano abrase nipa nan no asase posifo to kasa ya emu miensa de entiase no ba kudin aye kwabena azuwabi dodo na efe no last man na afa yaro boko na Faiza sa nipa miensa de sese omudu post adwumako no ara sabia no wo mo ntiase bio mu ba ko ne de oboa manhwehwemu mapa so akoso post adwumako ne fa ewotemasen wo mo nya sa AK47 rifle ne ba ko afa so wo mo nya sa tuokuma ya etoto aso makomako nsia ne ba ko wo mo se kan akakraka yi onyamienu wo mo ho na afa motorbike no onyamienu na mu ba ko ye register ye ba ko ne register our registration number no M-20-GT-4243 posifo amiate asese enhwehwemu de wo mu nwie omo agidie mapase enhwehwemu ne beboa ama se gang bi ewo akire a eno so wo nsa etumi aka wo sansami dan so abiam ne yama ne bofo a oboboa no
Wesley Methodist Church won fa wo doma ahinkro edi dwumadie sunku bi ahyehye so na president wadabo no regional house of chiefs ano wasaje fo wose ade yo agima mbadu otoso mbienu wono anso ene doma ahene wode ani monyan kokopie mu ewo dwumadie ase na wasaje fo kasa yimu no ene wode adesrede ema awofo se ba mmofra tete a aban no wo chefa wom asonsafo anyakopon asafo ma omo nso ewo chefa wom mpenufo de da asafa hodo ano wo chefa wom akyerɛkyerɛfo nso ewo chefa wom na emu mfa kese na no ade a ɛda awofo abamta awofo hwe hu ni sɛ wɔde nkyerɛkyerɛ ne ntete pa ɛbɛma wɔ ma sɛ ne bɛ na wɔ kyene bi no wɔ ma Ghana betimi anya wɔ ma no so mfaso na wɔ ma no nso atimi anya Ghana so mfaso wɔ se yɛ ne ntete ani a yɛnse dan ku mmɔfra ho nti obowura Ghana ntwea so a ɛne geto abu ɛma ɛne mɛma ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔmo hɔ no mu andubɔne ɛne kyɛ sɛ nsanom ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔmo to mu ntentan wɔ geto ahodoɔ mu na kyerɛ mu sɛ na num hɔ no mu na abambɔfo ne si nkonyo ɔdɔm ahinkuro ɛna ɔmo yi na sutere sɛ dɔm ahinkuro hɔ no mu nko ano geto baako bɛyɛ 200 ɛna hɔ na nase wɔ dabi na dɔm geto 200 ya na sɛ nka memaburu nyina asɛe na nase wɔ amfa anya asɛm na emu ɛbrɛ kɔ ne apolisifoɔ bɔ mpɛmpɛ ne ada ne wɔ hu ni sɛ sɛ nsɛm abambɔfo de tu nanim na yampa geto baako bɛyɛ 200 ne yɛtire ɛna ɔdɔm ahinkuro ne mpata mu na nase kyɛ sɛ wɔ hɔ no mu a na wafa ato no ho so bra no na wɔ wura geto ahodoɔ mu na wɔde kasakyerɛ ɛne adesrɛdeɛ ma mmɔfra no sɛ ensanom enu ndubone ne bia no wato mu ntintan ngya ne preko ne wo monto wo bo ne fa no ene ne nom no na kakra wo ntimi ntwe wo ho emfa mfiri ho na wakwa akoye wo hempon adom ahinkuro dan no so do ne hye pa begu aporo so ma maburu ni ade hye no o matima nya adwuma bi na o matima ye sanse mpenifo sei ensa nya adwuma no bu nsam obo ne pa
ahemfo yetumi a ne yede amayen aye wa ahemfi a bibia ye fro bi a otumi ba no anasa aban de mbra bi aba se ohene frewa opa na akọ ye man ya ye wo mu ade baako a esei den mensi pa yasasi ni bibia ene sa galamse ya tiesremo se mo de nananom yetumi ne besa amayen ekro bia ni ho no mu a ye galamse wo ho no mu a ohene ni so ohene ye de tumi ni hyem nsa se galamse fo no obi abakro mu na so wo sensuo anase bibi na se oton sa frɛ na so wo amba wo tumi sɛ so twen bia wo hɔ ma yɛtumi de mana sifi sɛ sa galam sɛ nkete na ɛsɛ yensuo ɛsɛ yasas ɛne de ɛkeka sɛ mani die mara sɛ mo bɛbɔ mɔden na sa dwumadi na yɛka ho asɛ bɛbɔ mɔden na mo de ahyɛ nananom nsa
na ɛno akyire no ɛna wɔsaagefo wɔse adeɛ yɛ agyemambadu ɔtɔsom yenu na nɛka sɛ biem de atodwa sɛ negeto ahodoɔ a ate atese ɛwɔ Ghana fo na nyina no yɛpɛ obi abɔ no so bo awofoɔ ɛne ɛmbɔ mo so boɔ eni awofo bi wo ho no mo aneba bra opie enya na sem ebra oba beda enya na sem de nafofo no omonam enya na sem aduane abofra no bedi krompo mfa no ho enti abofra no gisi wo no ade ne ti pempem wa pe no obedi ape no obehye enti wode ne ntuma kɔbɔ geto fo de ano a onya no obedi onya no obenu onya no obefa na kyese eno ano no wɔse nyina no obesere sɛ awofo mfo wo nan si fom wɔmbɔ wɔntete wo ma sɛ ne yɛsɛ ne fata nya mesuro kwan so na wo ma so ntimi nyini embeye mpanyimpa ɛwɔ man mu
na opisa wo sɛ sɛ nipa a beku sabrana befigi befino eni yeyira yeti hanamwa napo obi aka sɛ tete no na eniwa na o kakra na na de abroso wesefo abroso de nyina me sɛ yema no aya wo be ya gije besododo enka ba sɛ men papa ani no ya na masalati ani de kwan so do opolibmi da vene kwa yariki o ye teacher ni da ka case na poa pa da ne boa bie aba chaye ban pa yo emre bi kura di opo ya na ba yin mama embelifoni ni mi share say wono o hijai
osagefo wose ade ayo agyemambadu otosom yenu eye doma hene openini wono ane president wada bono regional house of chiefs ano ene edi katwa gu ye no mo fa nche yen na ye penanane no na yabo na so mfide ne edi adwumeto da na ene no edi sisa kakra na emu osagefo ode ayo ose ade ayo agyemambadu otosom yenu ena nene otosom yenu ye boye edi esomomo yi aja usu bere ma de amane boyfriend do my fam do my hinkro ene ode ebesomo yi
atimo akwa hene eye osi ade ayo kwesi kenin a wotoso 9 de atodwa sen aban yi empeja na ni ne wontie na asem a woka na wosre no ada ebredu se aban no enna nanom ahemfo ka wonti pam ho na aban no ewan ni tumi nu kakra ede ma nanom se ne ebe ya wo mo so betime gina wona so peme akodi atia galamse no ama no ayeyie na wasi ade yo kwesi kenin a wotoso 9 se de enti a woka ne sa no no kwasem ensaso edi wo nananom nanso na nsen aban mu tumi krata nipa bi no mo je ede kotu fom gudie no nananom eni krata ne mu nsensan ye bia no se wo bi ba ya no fi nso kita tumi a so che nananom de enti no ye mo wo mo chem so enu nti na wotwe aban na dwene ede asusu se on chance nananom entena senkasa woni wo mo ka wonti pam oma wo mo tumi ni bi nananom bebo amagalamse no afri ho
ahemfo yetumi a ne yede amayen aye wa ahemfi a bibia ye fro bi a otumi ba no anaasɛ aban de mmerɛ bi aba sɛ ɔhene frɛ wo a wopaa na akɔ yɛ man a yɛwɔ mu adeɛ baako a ɛsɛe yɛn mansin paa yɛasase ne yɛ biribiara ne saa galamsey ase yɛsrɛ mo sɛ mode yɛ nananom yɛtumi ne bɛsa ama yɛn ekuro biara ni hɔnom a yɛyɛ galamsey wɔ hɔnom a ɔhene ne ho nti sɛ ɔhene yɛde tumi ne hyɛ ne nsa sɛ galamseyfoɔ no obi aba kuro mu na sɛ wɔsɛ nsuo anaasɛ biribi na sɛ ɔto nsa frɛ no na sɛ wɔ amba a ɔhu tumi sɛ asotwe biara wɔ hɔnom a yɛtumi de ma na fie sɛ saa galamsey nketenkete no a ɛsɛ yɛ nsuo ɛsɛ yɛ asase ɛne deɛ ɛkɛka ho ɛsrɛ mu ani die mara sɛ mobɛbɔ mmɔden a na saa dwumadie no a yɛka ho ase bɔbɔ mmɔden a na mode ahyɛ nananom nsa
nipa yɛtene kɛn wɔno ɛne yɛ atimɔkɔ ahene ɔsi adeɛ yɛ ɔkwesi kanin a wɔtɔ so ɛnan na wɔne nkɔmɔdeɛ no emuo no sanahene ɔno nso so egyina mu bi ɔno kuro ya na sɛ wokɔ asamoa kurom ya ɛno ɛwɔ twifu atimɔkɔ traditional area wɔn dwumadie emu a wɔsom wɔ hɔ sɛ sanahene na ɔboaman ansa apenten ya wɔtɔ so mmienu se deɛ na na kɛn ne kwan so ano no na nso ɔsɛ na nanom ahemfo sɛ mprempren wɔn hyɛ ase ni asomdwie ɛne nkabɔ mu nkɔmɔ na ɛno wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛboa ma deɛ wɔn mu yɛ bia ayɛyie
ne tibanya a yɛde yɛ ne sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛyɛ baako na mpuntu bɛba mɔkwa Ghana ha no mɔkwa asase no mfudie bebree wɔ mu ne nkanka koko nso yɛakwan yɛ nneɛma bebree wɔ a ɛnsipi sɛdeɛ ɔmahene kaa sɛ yɛakwan bebree wei ɛɛgya adi nnipa nyina hu sɛ ɛkuro bi ɔman bi ahemfo tenabea bi wɔ hɔ a ɛfɛ nate mɔkwa a yɛhia sɛ aban bɛso yɛ ase na baabi akanea ni baabi akwan nyɛ na onipa ɛde ne berɛ n'adagye no biribi akɔtena hɔ na ɔyɛ koko ɔyɛ bɔɔdeɛ ɔyɛ afudeɛ ɛde boa Ghana man bɛtumi akɔ n'anim
Enia yetie yei nana oboaman ansan apenten ya wotodo abien won na gina mu se asamoa kromu hene osanso ayesa na hena wosom twifu atimokon traditional area no listo we aboaje da costa ne amane bofo a osom difi wasaman FM
Koforidua Diocese Catholic Bishop ene Most Reverend Joseph Afrifa Ajekum openini ade adesrede ne afutuo ama warefo sesa aware betima fa ne to apadi efira ejina ne ma miensa so de dikan ebuo wodo ene ntiase eni se woye bema na wono oba motena ase se mo ware a mo hwe hu ne sesa ne ma miensa ebedi akotene ewa ware enimu na ebeboa ama asundwe aba ware enimu Most Reverend sansem na tuja wa bra asafo no ede dwumadie sun komisi hye so ewo nkan bre kro na no ekuo bi wasafo no mu ye fe na kan kuo when official die to so aduonum 50 years no na wo hye ho fa ewo dwumadie ase na dwumadie ase ena Most Reverend ne kasa ye odi sansem itu dwa ne kasem ni na wo kyerem se Yakobon bo ade no wonim de nti obo be makane ansa na wo bo oba Yakobon kyerem mu se wo ba wasade ene se obebu wukunu be ma won so wasade ne se obedo yere na wado wo ma wo se se yehu ni sa ewa ware mu na be ma ye na sade oba nso ye na sade ye bo ma Yakobon kura ni monyam edadi ewa ware ni mu a aware ne ye fe e ma ne se ekokoye pani behwe eno achi nso Most Reverend se gina so e da de srede e ma mofra se ani die e na wo so wo ya abofra wo de ma wo papa na wo de ma wo maame ekoba se be boa ma ba bia obekọ bia ne Yakobon ni monyam adadi wo so ba bia obi anwura no obewura ho no mo ane a wo penso no ya de won sa betumi aka etu ogina so sere mofra se mofra ndu ona wofo na enu akire nso so no emema ene manhwe hu ni se odi ebuo odo ene ntiase betena so ware mu na atumi aboa na efie bia ware yekoso wo mu no atumi afa ne ntoma pa adi afira
nyamiasem a ene ye kenkan fri Sirak etosumie no pongma otrokoma kolosefo ena Matthew nsempa no sa eye asem yi nyina no ekasa de fa eye ekuni eyire ene eye mma okwan a yire ebetumi eye den ade obuo diama eye niku na afi nso ekun enso betumi ado eye ne yire ene mma na Sirak echosem no ema yan eti nso biose emofra emfa obuo ni anidie mfema eye yabofo se namsu no nyanhira na afenso se obo empire onyankopon so etie na eyeden oboa wo na se otie wo empire
na enu achi no Most Reverend Afrifa Ajekum asa gina so sere Ghana fo nyina ne titiri ni a Kristofo se omusu no omoban no mo hwe hu ni se beda Kristosu na aboa ama Kristosum so anim atima banyam
Mese bra ye di brunyan se akokua na yawo no amaye eya agenkwa Christ no oba abeje wiase enkwa no homa yenso yemfa ye ho emma no na onye akwankyere onye emmoa onfa yenwie eye safie mu onsan yemfa yenhye afefoforo mu enam kwan so me ema mo nyina fihyiapa na mesro nyankopon se afie de yanim afie empem emienu aduonu ensia yi ebekoso ye nhyira na mo nyina kanko ene asomdwe amen.
Florida Diocese Catholic Bishop Most Reverend Joseph Afirifa Ajekum na ne kasa tie no chaplain wada Akan Accra Diocese ano Reverend Father Benjamin Wahene enso EDBP so
ya mede kan share Ghana fo nyam kran say mama yan hwe su ene ban a Jesus ne Mary ene Joseph e fa to won so ene tin kwaja ba ye so nyetimi antina ase busha konkro mu ya mese su nyankopon ma ne do asumdwe ne bi akoye enka busha nyina tichu o man Ghana busha nyambo feku e fa su nyankopon nyam
eni atwaguo yi eye chaplain na wada Akan Accra Diocese ano Reverend Father Benjamin Wahene na eno akire no oru ayire maamitiwa adodankwa why commissioner of police na opinion wo dwumadi ase ono so tu na numtuo na ne kase mu no no da srede e ma Ghana fo ne titiri no wona no wo dwumadi na ase ne say won hwe hu ni say wode ye mmara be ye dwuma se so onfanye adwuma na ntimi mbo e san say se wo ma bi mu na do ma ne mmara ye adwuma no mpo e nyam so mpa na wo boa no wo ma ne so mmara ye adwuma e boa e mo ma ne tumpon se ne ye se na e fata.
One thing that I want all of us to resolve to do is to be good citizens of Ghana. Whatever that you are asked to do or you are supposed to do, and if you are in the private sector, do you take the required tasks? Are you able to do what is expected of you? You are in the public service, do you go to work early? As part of our New Year resolution, let us support our leaders to build this country that we are all looking up to. Don't let us leave everything in the hands of the president, the minister, the MPs alone. We all have a role to play.
COP Mamitiwa Adodankwa ne ene atwaguo Jojo sai ene bobo amonibo ya no a wodi ebesomo ye
na dunja juma ye kwa som wo mai Ghana ha sen so de tudwasa for fidai mu wo hye abantan se nkrempre mu enkra ye ne wo mu ofie no ne titiu ne wo mu a wo mu fie no wo fom ne ya yam ye ni enko ho papa esan se wo mu butu wo matena ye ho mu nka bi hyemu ena agya wo mu nya tetefon call edi free kan so walentu na wase omotra asese ye no wuhwe house number no CB180 eno ben finfin mantom hon na eche se yese akoda bia ne mfie ne mfihya besansia akoda no ebobo ewo fidua ni mo na wobobo no sa na ekoso na ekoto politank bia ewo fidua ni mo nsuo wom na nsua bie so akoda na kankan na ne wo bia ni ho no ene wo fo politank ne se wo koyi ni ball of full say politank na bwa kwakotom na auto politank ni ankwanko si ho a wantumi antiem wan fro obi ama obi ama se de ade ne koye na akoda no wo so a ensuonsu abomuma etu oto mu apɛ no wɔ mem ɛkɔ ase dunja adwuma ɛkɔ ne sɛ no kwasɛ mo muduru hɔ o mo werɛ hoye esan sɛ na awofo anasa abaten wo fidua nim ani enku akoda ne ho yie nti no ɛna ma wɔ no ankasa ne ball no ɛtɔ politank ni mu a okɔ yie na sɛ watimi akoto nsuo na se a wafiri mu no wɔ so mo do mo nya tetefon kɔ no wo ma nya na so koraa o mo koduru hɔ entem ye frɛ wo mo bɛ sɛ sima miensa abɔ apa ɛyɛ nonum ho na so mo duru hɔ na sima du miensa ɛbɔ de apa nonum ho nto mo yɛ wɔn afa mo dem nyinaa akra ne dia won saka yen eye Godfred Aboaje ne mfie no eye mfie nsia de wo ma hunu nti ene wo mo se wo mo ka cha wofo ne aba atansa fo fide mu no ye me ni enkunkoda na ho sane ebe ya de ni sesie no ansan so ensibiu afa bio wo sese bibi chi won twen e de fa de ye kan ene mpo dunja adwuma ekwo won hyehye ho na wo pen kyerkyere bia ene obesere se ye mfre wo mo e wo 112 ana se 020 15 00 360 020 15 00 360 ubetumi nso afre 0302 77 2446 Abdul Wasiu Hudu wono ena ye Central Regional Public Relations Officer emadunja adwuma yekono oye DO2 wose ye hye ne so sa ebeboa yen papa ewie eha na akase a etwa ne ho ene dedue mu ye DACA ye twa ho sima ye bape ye de wo ekon ensemodo a esi ye e October bosomi November ene yempo December bosomi a ye wo mu yi
Peace FM. When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury and luxury paint. No be any paint, be paint. The Lozi acrylic paint. Paint me champion. When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the Lozi acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint. The Lozi acrylic paint. Paint me champion.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM.
and rip off the knob.
Ghana this year, the master some kind of Homayaton Kraba. A fire drew sweet, a and Sembio told you a few when you did see any Yesinicoso. Yes, I Akaka, where we only shall say through up a pombusumimu. And then your Borum, near Drew sweet, a Hinimi Busume, October. Now, October Busumimu, a Fimu, and a Ghana Mampany John, Dramani Mahama, didn't Nichimu, a wapimenim, Kurewa Hunter West Mensimu to Eman to Mukasaya Shadish and Poor. Say, Western Regional Hospital, I will see them more when I was doing what Trinity will be at an study free home.
Edwuma bia abandada ehya ase a omanwie ye beba be som ne ewie enti ye ba na me say ye the regional hospital ibeka ho enumpo kokole omame nna ho emre bia okai me say the regional hospital no e say ye hwe ne ebewie na ne ba ne say 2023 October abra ye sika asem ye dru emre a ye ka say ye ka ye de no ye ntimi ntwe biom no na say odeka na o ka say untimi ntwe biom a ene obi amọ obusia biom
I hear me Bosumi October and a Ghana Mampany Rura John, Dramani Mahamadin Samui Etuja.
Was Sambo Sumi Kroya M1 Ghana Mampany, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ejinemo, our Presidential Investment Forum here, Council El Beijing, the Tuja say, I young confer that my Ghana and China in terms to say, Ghana this year be a Numa, Afa Ghana this year baby, woman Numan Ashum, na Ejinesika bears $4 billion.
Ghana too stands at a pivotal point in our transformation. We're determined to industrialize our economy, expand value-added exports, and empower our citizens through technology and enterprise.
Way a Ghana Mampany, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Afimu and America by yes and Yamahodwa Yakra. Eddie Free Ghana, Eddie Bepiamu America Mamun, where they bore. How much you are doing 15% here tour and what the atos when I'm so my Hinime Busumimu, Ghana Mampany, John Dramani Mahama to Ghana for you name say. Natina, you know, any American penny for Gunkunya, see so move who say. Say to how much you are doing more to Ghana near Mass Nobe, no way you dear free ho.
Many of you are aware that Ghana became the only country subject to U.S. visa restrictions to secure a complete reversal from the Trump administration. Let me state clearly that this outcome was negotiated in Ghana's best interest. And one of the key points in our negotiation with the U.S. authorities was our agreement to address the issue of overstayers who travel on student visas.
Ghana Mampany John Dramani Mahama, Hinime Busumi October. And answer me what the etuja.
Now, Mampany, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ejina, 12th Annual Conference of Chairperson or Governing Board Council, and our Chief Director, Jumedia Suhan, who chair one say 24-hour economy bill, no our kind and penny for shine home, I will not say the fee.
And the 24-hour economy program is a cornerstone of my administration's transformation agenda. It represents a bold and pragmatic shift from a raw materials-based economy to a productive, value-added, and globally competitive nation. Through its sub-programs, Grow 24, Make 24, Aspire 24, and Fund 24, the initiative aims to optimize the use of land, labor, and capital.
Ghana Mampany, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Nene Enecheguyen.
October Busumi Afimu and Namofrabe Edunsia. Now what is Ubuntumu, Ewuti, Mantemu, Subuntu Communie. Emma Mofrain, you know, and for Mutuan animals here, and I'm so. I'm a Ghana Mampany Bedi, Benfona Najeno, Poko Makoko Piemu, Ewu Kuma, Kure walk Rachi West, Mensimu, and then Mofrain, my may, Equo Ekusui.
Yanshia wa abemu na de esesa yanshia ye ene se ohaw ben na wona kwan mu ena okwan ben na ebefa so asa ohaw no ye beyiyi efiri ho nti ebesere mu eno ye betimi aye na ebedi mu no na gisema kan ye ho.
Ghana Mampany Abedi Tiro Benfona na Jane Opoku Ajima Hinime Busumi Afimu and Ansemi Ebededi.
Well, a Hinime Busumi Kroya Emo no Mampany Abedi Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajima. Wajina a Jumara program no Mampany 4 AD and Huchuma our University of Ghana Legonso Ekache Ghana this year say where Botaya Kasia Mampany His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ejina so diama e mabunu tutu epchuma.
Today's onboarding and orientation program is an exciting milestone in Ghana's pursuit of economic transformation through enterprise development. We are making a statement that the nation is determined to invest in our young people.
Mampeni Abediachi, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai.
Na October busumi mu na Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai Mampeni Abediachi kasa di tuja. Se ko kwa yete ye na ya boya hata se gubotum ni akoto maburoni no bra so se Ghana dan ye nsa kakra. Ni efa ne value addition dan ni ansa na e beton ayaton. Okobasa e beboa ma oman de nye sika do so pu e de frikoko dwumadi so.
Commercial banks already heavily exposed to cocoa remain cautious. We need structured blended financing models that combine capital investment with affordable working capital, risk-sharing mechanisms, and technical support that reaches even small rural processes. EU Sustainable Cocoa Initiative and the Global Gateway Framework.
Ghana Mampeni Abediachi Obenfo Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai October busumi mu na nsemu yi wodi tuja.
Sanso ena wo ahini me busumi kroya emu no Mampeni Abediachi Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai de tuja se wo mai Ghana bia ya enye esika edi free no edonso emu baako eye koko no a o se ye GDP ni so hwa koko no mai 88.1 billion Ghana cedis na wogina Newmont ahafo North Mine no ana wo mu ebia no de sansemi etuja.
Gold has shaped our history, our communities, and our economy. And today, we are shaping a future of sustainable development with it. We are here because we intend to write a chapter that recounts what government, the private sector, and communities can accomplish.
Mampeni Abediachi ya wasum Ghana Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai nka nieti yenu.
October busumi mu na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. Enkane Ghana Mampeni Abediachi osum NPP di tuja. Se agenda 111 dwumadi a enkane aban sha se wanwenu se Ghana for MPP ho kwa biem 2028 na obeyo Mampeni na obehwe na wawie nyina e dia magana.
Another one I made it by one constituency, one ambulance. We did that. We took 2,300 people into the National Ambulance Service. Another idea, Agenda 111. We're building these hospitals. NDC is not yet continuing with them. If they don't do so, when we come back, we will finish their Agenda 111 hospitals and employ people in them.
Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia enkane Ghana Mampeni Abediachi na October busumi mu wodi sansemu yi etuja.
Ahini me busumi kroye mu nkomo bi sha se wo mai Ghana mran sebeje fie. Majority Chief Whip Orua Roxen Nelson Dafia Makpo edi tuja se committee ahodo e wo mran sebeje fie omo nsesa esan se wo mo hia mu die no a omo de hye ebre kropoten no a mran sebeje fie for etena se e wo dan kase mu no emoa.
A committee on state interest is sitting. Committee on communications also sat, and others are also sitting. So, Mr. Speaker, committee numbers on the average are about 24.
Onumanyafo Roxen Nelson Dafia Makpo na no esi yape na edom kuma no a womra sebeje fie so ye no mo si na nyam na mo se bu ye super majority enumpo nie ene etenase ye hu mudodo mayira nsesamu yi.
Out of this 189 of them, even if 99 of them were to stay at home, they will still have the 90 members of parliament required to form a quorum to do business. And indeed, as I pointed out on the floor of parliament, they have the numbers by themselves to form a quorum to do business. They have the numbers by themselves to form a quorum to take decisions.
Enya yeti ye dom kuma ne baako damango abaton pesa so mra sebedeni onumanyafo Samuel Abu Chinapo.
Na October busumi mu na dom kuma ba no deni Sahine Alexander Afenyo Mark no onumanyafo okasa edi tuja se dom kuma no omusa pa na nso nya de omododo no omobetena ho madom kese na twidafo muso de biarada.
Enough of the rhetoric of 24-hour economy. We've had one job, 3 shifts. Enough of it. We want the reality to be seen on the streets of Accra. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we cannot afford to lose hope. Our nation has weathered many storms. Anytime we have emerged stronger. The minority will continue to be the voice and the shield of the people in this august house.
Osahine Alexander Afenyo Mark na edum kuma ba no deni October abusumi mu eno de sansam yi etudwa
na yehwe aban lawyer pani Dr. Dominic Anyene editu dwa ahini mebusumi mu sem kane pani pa wasom National Food and Buffer Stock Company no ewura Hanan Abdul Wahab oni eye wo nsem kwa one ne yire Faiza Saidu Wuni esan se wo ma atakuru wo man Ghana sika mo boye kro no e de ye japade sika no enye wo mo dia.
Evidence shows that between December 2017 and May 2019, Hanan Abdul Wahab transferred 5,495,780 Ghana cedis and 36 pesos from Buffer Stock Company accounts to 2 bank accounts belonging to Aludiba Enterprise.
Chami enim na sem kan wasena na wasumwa aban lawyer pani Dr. Dominic Anyene ninka nietiye no
October busumi mu ena adom kuma friends and telephone share mu ma odumanyamfo na ayi free yi ejina wona na mu kasa na ne kasa na wo chire mu say nurse for midwives Ghana yedo mo ka be ya busumi dodo na no yenya ntua nto obesra aban ni say won hwe wontua wonka
if you want to hear parliament, how do you do by because there were politics and you were who you are. When you're my age man, of the banner battle, I was up to us and the man Palano, a year demonstrations and almost say, I'm on the cock cabinet.
Odumanyamfo na na ayi free yi ogina dom kuma na mu October busumi mu enansam yi wodi tuja
wa hini me busumi kroya emu na ye nwomasuaso afom owura harina idisu edi tuja se empanifo ma ne tumi fra ba mu nti agya wane fotosanfo akasa sika mese 1.1 billion Ghana cedis wo mu hwe na achechefo a wo market yakamu no onfansom wo mu.
A few weeks ago, myself and Chief Director received a petition from some teachers who are unhappy with the government over their unending. They've worked for a number of months without pay. I'm happy to announce that Cabinet has given approval for the 6,200 teachers to be absolved.
Ora haina idisu eye nwomasuaso afa wosom oman Ghana.
Na October busumi mu ena dom kuma ne friends and telephone share mu ma odumanyamfo Charles Redu ekasa na nka sɛm na wo kyerɛ mi sɛ onumanyafo Samuel Nate George communication minister dwuma no hu so na ngo sɛ na ogina Ghana di mu multi choice DSTV ho nkomo odi ya wo gu o manani ma se pa into mu gina so asra ban ne sɛ owura Sam George yenyina de so
say I am to 30%. Unjini se Ghana for yes say oba be pay cho. Ebio ina ye hwe the way minister no okasa. Nansen NDC chairman Asedun Ketia eba TV so na mutie. O say minister the way okasa no onkasa yi. NDC na sa chairman ankasa Asedun Ketia ne kan.
Onimanyamfo Charles Redu October busumi mu enu ogina dom kuma ne di mu ne nsantwerefo di nkoma ansem yi wodi etudwa
wa hini mebusumi kroya emu ena yenya no entia se koko ntumu aba o my Ghana photo sam for Dr. Keso Atofonse kan se kane no na ye 3,228.75 Ghana cedis say 3,625 edom kuma ne ba ya wo so mu ofin so South Abaton pesa so oromanya for Isaac ya opoku bisa se na ntumu we no kra no mugina de so na mode
4th August, no, announce new producer price. Basis, they announce new producer price, no, and it says some exchange rate, no, 10.25, and a world market price, no, so we use at the time, no, they $5,040.
Asemi babeto dwa pe kokko akuafo bi enso che wo madwen edefanto mu no ampanifo de aba afa kokko ne ho
Aban enam say odwuno akuafo ho nti send 400 Ghana cedis Akan old price na ye 3,225 no ho and say one bag of cocoa no akwakọ ye 3,625 nti eyade a eye ni so akuafo ye ni age
weye kokko akuafo bi wo be kra aban ne de kokko ni ntumu esom yen
October busumi mu ena panyo kwankyere for that net eku na no wura kwasi afre ban ne kasa di tudwa se enka ne MPP amaye se Labadi Beach Hotel any hotels ahodo ye o man ne de mo beton o mo se ndi subresu yi o mutu sana mo ne de biara da ejapade bia yes net anaso o man ne dia no mo nton o mo de dwumade begu apono so ameso abanfaso e de am o man no
hotel ne de medical aka ye nton ye nya adwen se e beton hotel bia
Openyina ne atwa guo yi ayi owura kwasi afre ban ni wɔyɛ panyin kwankyerɛ for that senate ekuna no October busumi mu na asɛm yi wɔde to dwa
ahene me busumi kro ya emu yɛtia yɛn ka bi nhye mu ene enya ne ntia de fin Supreme Court wɔ ma setena mu sɛ agyagefo num ya ɛkɔtena ase no kane National Signals Bureau owura kwabena adu buahen ne krata wɔde beto wɔ ma nimu sɛ sika bi huntansa yɛde abɔ no empanifo nyimfa mfiri hɔ no sa krata no wɔ mo to twene.
Well, I'm disappointed but not discouraged. We'll see how the case will be. It doesn't move me at all. The only persuasion a judge will have is the law. I'm not going to have a banter with him. I'm not going to fight him over anything. I'm just going to project the law. It doesn't move me at all. This is a 5-0, so that is a tall order. You may review. Yeah. That's a tall order.
And here ye aye mranimnia wonu na gina mu twitwade age kane pani a o gina mu wo National Signals Bureau owura kwabena edubuahe one ne ho kafo.
October busumi mu na aban mranim ni Dr. Dominic Ayini editor Ghana fo nyina nim say titina need ma NPP wasantembantam owura Benard Ntwibo si akwa obi anim say fere chama wuntumi no nejuade ye October 6 ode ne bekwa kugina daka mu wo court e sansa akonta mining ene chama wuntumi adwuma efo bi atufuma agudi a enam kwampa so.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has underscored the fact that legal and regulatory reform is at the heart of what we are doing in order to change the narrative about illegal mining. So one of the things we have done is to review the Minerals and Mining Act. And I have advised the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources that the current state of the law is such that licenses and leases can be granted over the whole territory of the Republic of Ghana.
Abamra nimini Dr. Dominic Ayini October busumi mu na asɛm yi wɔde to dwa
na openi a yekomra sebedefiam wati asinsa otabaton pesia so woma kunya so onumonyamfo Reverend John intimfo jo ahini mebusumi mu ene wode to dwa se wono de na ba mumuye sa LGBTQ+ bill no e wo mu sempanifo chesa ayira won system ne so no obehwehwe asan de aba.
Many ajepa say a collective fighter parliament nyina yeso mu ewo 8 parliament the yeni the many honorable Sam George, honorable Bedra, honorable Ntonso and as saying so yenuanom ebia omonso afe no maba 9 parliament bia beka ho and yenuanom bia na omo 8 parliaments so mba na asan wi ntino bebre abeka ho I see 10 honorable Tampolika ho honorable Kwasefua, honorable Tonemie, honorable Nuruddin, honorable Kabiru ho nyina ba beka ho a yekoye ni mu no in fact many aje the san say ohwe Ghana fo nyina CDD Afro Barometer survey omuye ya over 73% and over I say Sadiwe over 93%, yes, over 93% of Ghanaians I say dwumadi aye di no e de da o makoma pronso.
Asinsa otabaton pesa so no asebedani onumonyamfo Reverend John 18 Juo san komwe Peace News ane aye Catholic Diocese sunyane most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfi onukro ya Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference wono ane president ebon komo mane kanse wo mo Catholic Bishop for de omugina bebia wo mugina LGBTQ+ no panifo nyintumu na ntumu ntu de sabi Catholic Bishop for echiri no.
Asana kopeja ansemi yaba se kan ho asem kan bibia o se kan anka o se mampanyini atwem eko ordinance sahye ase nso ne ma bi ndi wantumi anye nti se tana preja ni bi o na se ne kwa no so ano no.
Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfi
na October busumi mu na chese empenfo ye ntoto ye mo fra we GHS na de se so obi akoko pie mu e wo secondary school ahuduo mu na mo koje ntete na emu October busumi mu no achese na nka ye bre no a ye ba na wie ye no na okopie mu na to any sentence ahodo a wo fo da so wo ho no wo ma obo ho no ma be ma de na to oba school obo ho ba bi otu so de ma na ba nya no nyaaye course enya no nyaaye pious be do masin kopie mu na to a wo fo bia na wanim hancho wo ho no no woni e bi twetwe nkomo.
Oh, menya Wesley Grammar man no pranka. Now there's a mountain school no kura.
For how long now about?
So about 2 weeks now. I'm so go so. Me check here and buy. Oh yes, of course. And I say cry Juma na me free am ban. I saw the distance involved no. About cost me. A break to patient. I'm for one car. Distance but at the end of the day na stress. Yes, boarding cry will pay for boarding because it's seriously affecting us.
So my budget 6 days. Manantia nyina bre. Uba grab omu nyam ade omu ka o. Omu hwi. Me ba no wonya winiba. na mama ni day omo ya bibi ma ya ubakra anyama kra omo adinu omo kakra yentias
awufo bi a pious bedu bansi na omtwetwe nkomo October busumi mu wodi mu hancho wonsem bi ene wodi etu yanim seye
wa hini me busumi kroya emu ena opani ba kwa na wote ase no wo ye dwuma ye ni wo Ghana Immigration Service Ron Steven Ken Amwa ne afa no otumfo nana wono na ne yonko binum yesu se okoto hye ne so edi no awu asese onte ase bio na busia de beto dwase de pose dwuma ko ne ye wo hwehwemu no wo mani gye ho
no credit say yahwe be bosme miense ya asemi ba ya yahwe modern mo a Ghana police abwa ya busua yentimi nyina ba bi nka se dwumadi a umadi no enso ye ni in fact ye ni sopa
otumfo na wa firi mu ote ase na oye adwuma edema Immigration Service ninia nana akosi amuako ne yete ne ewe kasa no mu
wei ensem bia etodwa October anasa hini mebusumi mu de ditie ena ayaka ka ye hui yentwe homratew ye ba ye bebo e de awre obubu.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Ghana de share bo e de awre obubu e ye November busumi mu nsem bia etodwa ne editie November busumi mu ena Ghana mampanyin Owura John Dramani Mahama de asobbo for ma ho kwanse solar park project ebi enkoso na otunidin solar for industries agoto e wodawa enkramantam mu ena dwumadie ye ba so mampanyini e de nsem se tuja.
This project shows that Ghana does not need to choose between economic growth and environmental protection. We can have both, and indeed we must have both. The Solar for Industries project is not just a power plant. It is a message that Ghana is prepared to lead the next phase of Africa's industrial renaissance, energized by the sun, propelled by innovation, and upheld by our collective determination.
November busumi mu ena Ghana mampanyin Owura John Dramani Mahama semi wadi tuja.
Wa obubu busumi kroya wo Kumasi Asante Mantamo Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ejina so epa enkoko nkitinkiti dwumadie no ehontoma.
The Nkukong Kitinkiti Household and Backyard Poultry Production Initiative. This initiative is more than just a government intervention. It is a national movement, a courageous step towards restoring food self-sufficiency, strengthening household resilience, and fostering sustainable livelihoods for tens of thousands of Ghanaians, especially women, youth, and the vulnerable families across our country.
Where Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
November busumi no mu ena Ghana mampani kokopie mu okukuo mu ewa hafumantemu vegetable development program opa hontoma. Ghana mampani Owura John Dramani Mahama November busumi mu ena dwumadie wodanadie ewo ahafo.
Wa obubu busumi kroya emu no mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ejina simpie ni apaso ebo Ghana Revenue Authority abaso se woma yade afi sika wo twade to wo se wo monyije seto no afi ne nsu yempo no majeje atrasa.
This year GRA had a target of 189 billion to collect. This represents 23.5 growth over 2024 collection. As of September 2025, GRA had collected 100.
Wey aye Chief of Staff on Munyamfo Julius Debra Nejina Ghana mampani anemu ekasai.
November busumi mu ena Ghana fo bia wo ye se soja adwuma won konto okupe bia ye ene ewak nipa bi kotwifa nipa bi so ma mu nsia eto nananom ewo nsia do. O mampani abedi e Professor Jane na opoku agiman ekasa fa ho. Ghana mampani abedi e obenfo na Jane opoku agiman November busumi mu ena nsemu yi ebedadie.
Na aya obubu busumi kroya emwo no Interior Minister Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak editu jase yabato akese mienu afimpi mienu ne aduonu ena afimpi mienu ene aduonu baako achewachewa e ma ne homne so ye makomako dumie na nipa ewu wachi no eye makomako dunu.
The Inspector General of Police inaugurated a special task force within the Criminal Investigation Department (CID) of the Ghana Police Service. The mandate of the task force was to collaborate with stakeholders to identify and investigate all electoral violent cases that resulted in fatalities during the 2020 and 2024 general election.
Aswase abatombesi asomra shebejeni osumse Interior Minister wa Ghana ha onomanyafo Muntaka Mubarak.
Nipa bia na egwakope soja adwuma ye na nipa nsia eto na nanom won se adui na November busumi mu Dr. Lahaji Mahmoud Bomia kasa fa ho kire mu se kwa ye fa so na ye fa nipa bambo adwuma mu o ma Ghana mu ne braso se ye dane ani.
A tragedy struck Ghana at the Elwak Sports Stadium. And I'm really speaking with a heavy heart as I speak on this issue, because young men and young women went to try to get a job. And in the process, 6 young ladies, only ladies, lost their lives tragically yesterday.
Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia November Busumimu and Ansemi Waditu Jana Nekasa Chile no Rumunian format in a J Mensa Kosa, opening him Nashiba ni demand is what Chiman South, or no Kasebi de Fahum.
Sabaini me by Adria, Safu Mawi, Neomakuma Swadi say, Umbasungana, posthumously, to me, a bonipa abodin wabra okone crèche. Yema military no, emfa sa abodin no mankofui, se omai no, eji omutumu, wabra omokom crèche.
Orumunyan format in a J Mensa Kosa, opening here at Chiman South, Mrashiba November Busumimu, and Ansemi Ebededi.
Kani Mampeni Abediache, Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia de Tujase, a film premier no any dionu 9 abatoya 2 ya NPP amanyo kono wie poto no. Ye de nefuaka krabia duwa ya kotoba ni atofa ngubuomu. Wasi wa munye sei.
Maybe aye kotoba no. Na ahochire bi aba. Na niema buo akosuro. Usha academy sa ye kotoba no. Ye tu petrol Semokai, my driver for nipa bebre ebufuye.
Kane Mampeni Abediache Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia.
November Busumimu and Amnasiba Fie Chami, Right Honorable Aban, Sumana Kingsford Bagman, yes, sir. Don't come about any woman for Alexander after your mark and Uncle Pimo privileges committee and my son say. Abajokobi and Anka Ghana, Yediko Pimo was in Shemwase. Urumunyan for after your mark uniform, after Penfoko Pimo Nigeria and Nimuni, and almost hair. And my second function say upon what Mabusano, called Nyanko Tuano.
I have reflected carefully on the facts alleged, the standing orders, and the relevant constitutional and statutory provisions governing 1. The authority of Parliament, 2. The binding force of parliamentary resolutions, and 3. The scope of Parliament's contempt jurisdiction. What is the nature and effect of a resolution of Parliament?
And my second chairman, Right Honorable Aban, Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, and a November Busumimu, or Kinka Sansemi.
Obubu abusumi kroya emu wa mransebe fie chamehin Ora Baben kache edom kumane na nofo Ora Alexander Kwame na afenyoma kinse jasa de na we yen emfa wonto to me enye no kwede bia da se na me som se edom kumane na nofo ma pen so de wuye sa na me yeye.
And sometimes I expect some of you who experience is to respond, but you don't. And you know, silence means consent. What the minority leader is doing now is not what I did. He has copiously referred to you people that he took inspiration from my record.
Nipa iteni Kenya mrasebe jefie chiamehin Ora Urban Kingsford Sumana Babin.
November Busumimu and a LI 2462 and many people who quine. Ma Otimura Kwamukotu from Agudino, Mrasebe for Chas Ama Medanum, and I'm so Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners Kasai Chimusa, ye Ghana Tajufu Ayatide. Or manage home papa pasa LI Ghana Yachomu. Abdurazak Al Hassan Jinawan and Nemukasai.
Yes, we have to say environment minister. Only is LI now for its repealing. As an association, we doesn't have any issue about this thing from day one. Because I can say we miss our opportunity in saying home mining forest.
Ora Abdul Razak Al Hassan wojina Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners in Koni Dimu November Busumimu nsemu wadi tuja.
Onmonyanfo Muntaka Mubarak nso esum se interior minister wadi tuja ewo bubu busumenu emu se afi 2024 kwa mukadwumadi e course wo mai Ghana yema akoma apem ahanu ani dunkron emu demudia ebaen eya ahennum ani achi aduonum emienu.
Across our beloved nation, illicit arms have infiltrated our homes, workplaces, and even our schools. We cannot continue to bury our loved ones while the tool of violence remain unchecked.
Onumanyafo Muntaka Mubarak Interior Minister.
Na November Busumimu and Adama Gomra Shibedjani with Munyafo Samuel Abujinapo. Okasa di tu just say aban no kamia kwesi wo huni awoye esan say Ghana adwumayafo ye adwumaye nti omoka ekomo de Ghana fo na aban wo sika udukoto wie mu hyen o se 13.1 billion aban wambo homodin.
In the circumstances we find ourselves in our country where nurses are agitating for recruitment, where arrears to nurses have not been paid, where teachers are not receiving arrears, farmers are having a raw and bad deal across the length and breadth of our country, in the farming enclaves of our country, where rice is rotting in warehouses, where maize is not being purchased, where purchasing power is low, where the workers of Ghana have been given a salary increment of just 9%, where today liquidity is not in the system and everybody is feeling very tight in terms of circulation of money in our country. Is this supposed to be the priority of our government? I leave the judgment, and we the minority, we the MPP minority, leave this judgment to you, the good and dignified people of Ghana.
Onumenyan for Samuel Abujana po dama ngom na sebedwani November busumi mu no this answer mu itudwa wo mra sebedwa fie
wo emra sebedwa fie nso so ye committee a edi nkomo for ya pomodi ho a edom kuma ne ba wote so Dr. Ayu afri ye de tudwa se Zipline Ghana wo ma hye ye miensen wo Ghana ha se wo ma tutum esansa ban no de wo mo ka
3 of 8 centers, Center 4, Center 5, and then Center 6. What does this mean? There has been no engagement, and also inability for government to provide funds for Zipline.
Dr. Ayu Afriye Aniate Nonkana wasan komokro no emwonom. Eye Zipline Country Director Daniel Kwaku Meki enso de to dwase wo money aban guso adi nkomo san se wo musika 174 million Ghana cedis ene wokam.
Now, if you are asking me that whether the government has made at this particular point in time, that is what I'm referring to. There are ongoing discussions, and I wouldn't want to share the status of those discussions as we are having those discussions with them on the details behind closed doors.
Daniel Kwaku Meki, a Zipline Country Director, and can't yet see you.
November busumi mu ena dom kese ba no dani wo munyan for mahama yarega kasa di tudwa se NDC ba yi COVID-19 levy watwam, levy watwam, na so mbetitire o man na ya kono. Wo se yan kan ya ban no magana 40 ase se. So man tu ato o man ni nyeye, na so ndisi ba yi o ma Ghana fo hunu se nye tu obi an ye de titire o man. Afei so Ghana fo nya gidie. Se 2026 Ghana be ye na aya kono. Sika se be fo ne tuma padi afira Ghana ni ba bia no e be nya ni da so.
E-levy to an economy that is free from e-levy. You stood in this chamber and said that this economy will collapse if e-levy was not imposed. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better.
Dom Kesiaba no dani wo munyan for Mahama Ayarega. November busumi mu no this answer mu itudwa e wo mrase bedwafie. Na wo mrase bedwafie obubu busumi ni de toso du amiensa sada no esi ya woda. O my Ghana photo for Dr. Kesel atofonsen edit tudwa se. Wa afimpiemienu ane aduoni san ye besimi aban na kwa masika no sei eno wahehye no.
When this administration took office, Ghana's energy sector was saddled with about $1.4 billion United States in debt to independent power producers.
Afei wasan komokrono emwono Dr. Keso atofonsen echiemu koko wie sese diem wo hwe openima abosome wa afimpimienu ane aduonu nan no a na niema bo egina 23.8% na so mo baaye ehwan abedu 8%.
Right, Honorable Speaker, inflation has fallen faster than anyone imagined, from 23.8% in December 2024 to 8% by October 2025.
Enia yekotie ye wo my Ghana photo for Dr. Kesel ato forcing.
November busumi mu an appointment committee. Edwin report koko pie mo mrase bedwafie fa Justice Paul Bafo boni ho. Na mrase bedwafie chiam ya bedi chire odikan wura Bernard Ahiafo. Ekasai.
That the nominee possesses the requisite qualification, judicial temperament, and commitment to constitutional values expected of Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. In conclusion, all the members of New Patriotic Party minority were opposed and indicated from the onset before vetting.
Mrasibe Jeffie Chame abedi chira odikan no nyamfo Bernard Ahiafo. Ena November busumi mu de sanse mu itudwa e wo mrase bedwafie
na obubu busumi emu nipa ba kwantoma bi efe ne se afi bi esan yempe bi inform enfanhye no eye pandai abaton pesia so mrase bedjani wonumanyafo Matthew Nyindam wode tudwa se enfa ho se tamale high court ahye se yenkwa ne pesia so nkoto abane fofo onno yeto ne ne obedi nkunim
ene ebom pa se be kwakoto aba ame ko pandai e wade adumtu wonderful ombeto abana me
Onumanyafo Matthew Nyindam.
November busumi mu na presidential election committee omusu NPP ntitinani Odumanyanfo Joseph Osewusuka said itu just say enwoma NPP behwe so na 31 January omode ato aba e de apa omo franka tuni no wada na di enje obi bia wo ho kwan se ohwemu
register I de beto aba no ye yi nipa omgo hwehwe enko omakwa de report aba ya keke ni nyina bom eno ne de copy ama nipa ejina no ene omumujira na nemu
Odumanyanfo Joseph Osewusu adodo na nim se fani Joe Wise na November busumi mu sansem yi wodi tuja
obubu busumi emu na bema ba kwa posifo ebubu na pre ene ho sembe to odwa sem Chief Inspector Bridget Babanao bechi emu se ampa no wo boro ne yire enti wo mache no ache onuanu bia ka ho no oba na kromu guso hwehwe no akraw ne yi
Yes, also doing or that is anti. Area me ono and a new grade Kushilamti and you release or that is anti. About the people with domestic violence and they still supporting it. Air of support as well, yeah, baba to Omano.
Enia yekotie ye ponse adwuma kono ne fa ayebo ne fosemu enhwehwemu wono ne kasa ema womo Chief Inspector Bridget Babanao
we ye yensem ye ditie na etoja ewo bubu obosomi November mu wa fi mu na ibetwe ho abataw ye ba ensem ye etoja openima abosomi December mu ye bebo na ye de awram FM.
For the idea too bold to ignore,
the dream that keeps you up at night,
the plan that's waiting for the right moment.
Well, this is the best time to make your move with Stanbic. Our rates have dropped.
With our personal loans, vehicle loans, consumer finance, solar loans, home loans, and credit cards, you can turn your plans into progress. And your next move is unstoppable.
Visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started or call 0302 815 789.
When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. Don't be any painting, be painted. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. Don't be any painting, be painted. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion.
For the idea too bold to ignore,
the dream that keeps you up at night,
the plan that's waiting for the right moment.
Well, this is the best time to make your move with Stanbic. Our rates have dropped.
With our personal loans, vehicle loans, consumer finance, solar loans, home loans, and credit cards, you can turn your plans into progress. And your next move is unstoppable.
Visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started or call 0302 815 789.
Happy Delight Food Juice. Swachulala, chichi sauce. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Don't Happy Delight Food Juice. Against with toast, cereal, and even bamboo. And you mean a bread and fifi. The monster fridge man. Happy Delight Food Juice. One of what? And you be here. I come out to relax away. So I know when you're. Let's say what the chamado. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Offer a baby, I bring you all day long on fruit juice. I'm Happy Delight. One different flavors, different size. You number 1 liter. Number from 150. And 250 ml. A baby will healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy Delight Fruit Juice. Loaded with taste.
Sikaboom. Fidelity Bank says save and win. Muntio. Sikaboom. Just to post it and begin. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey, 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't
wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Peace FM.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Ghana this year damase sama kan homa ya tonkra e fa yaduru sui eye nsem bi etodwa e wo panima boso mi December ne editie yasini koso e san akaka ye ho na December boso mi mu e na Ghana mampanyin owura John Dramani Mahama de nsa hye krata se ye se COVID-19 levy tintontan ye twam every 2026 e kono ye ndampo so da ye COVID-19 levy e hya no ba bi abiem.
The COVID Health Recovery Levy Repeal Act 2025, and it's my honor and privilege to sign to repeal the COVID levy. Promise made, promise delivered, and today is the 10th of December 2025.
Na December busumi ya mu ena Ghana mampanyin kasa biem di to just amanfo ke kasa nkebe ya OSP atena no kwa wonyi mfamfiri ho no se dapi yakoba sa na na te sa ye ntem so dodo ye nya abotrema OSP.
That's why we're resourcing the Economic and Organized Crime Office and the other anti-corruption institutions, including the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And recently, there have been some controversy with the Office of the Special Prosecutor. I think it's premature to call for the closure of that office.
December busumi mu ena Ghana mampanyin owura John Dramani Mahama. What is answer we etuja?
Openima busumi kroya mu ewo ho mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ejina tema development corporation project ne so kan say reset agenda no se wo si den ho tie na ewo form na Ghana de shama emu onye bi mu adade edana koma so.
Let me assure you that government remains firmly committed to creating the enabling environment that is necessary for planned, transparent, and sustainable urban development. As part of the reset agenda, we'll deepen reforms in housing finance, we'll strengthen land administration systems, we'll promote credible public-private partnerships, and we'll invest strategically in infrastructure to support developments of this nature.
Ghana Mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ye openima bosumi kroya emuonon wojina ne hye diemu Ghana Armed Forces dwumadie so kan say 48th Engineers Regiment wa pia binu mati kose wo monko Jamaica yenua ne wo enkoboa na Hurricane Melissa no a ase wo madan wo majapade bi onkoboa miensi.
This deployment reflects Ghana's solidarity with the people of Jamaica, our shared history, values, bonds within the African Caribbean family. After the destruction of the hurricane, Ghana dispatched humanitarian assistance to the friendly people of Jamaica.
Nipa yetini ni aye Ghana Mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Na December busumi ya mu ena opimso. Asante kotoko hini be pie mu Ghana Mampeni ena aso nyina ne se enkoma wogina Mampeni di mu edi ye fa bokunta wantawa ho no. Wode ho amane bo nyina no ebesumo Mampeni.
I'm here not to give a judgment as to who was wrong and who was right. I'm here to present the facts as they are for us to have peace. It is almost about 2.5 years since your predecessor invited me to mediate in a major conflict in Boko that had not only claimed the lives of many innocent souls but had become a major threat to the security of the nation.
Asante kotoko hini na se tutu abebi onini na enu atire no Ghana mampanyin owura John Dramani Mahama so report yi osomu a odi nsem sei etu.
Today, I'm pleased that we have come to the end of that journey. I've said was a mediation, and the next leg of the journey is to reconcile our two brothers and sisters from the Kusasi and the Mamprusi side. This conflict is not winnable militarily. No side can vanquish them. It is in the extreme northeast corner of the country.
Ghana mampanyi owura John Dramani Mahama December busumi mu ena nsemi ebededie.
Openima busumi kroya emuono mampani abediachie Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimadi to just say Ghana Prison Service and Koma Kumantu omiyem abaya ya hye bia nche kra wo madan wo besisi bia ka ho se na bia won dwumedie no nanim bebenyam.
Our agenda for sector reform and modernization remains on course. Over the next year, the Ghana Prison Service will benefit from infrastructure and capacity building support.
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimane Kanyete yeno.
Na busumi ya mu ena Ghana mampenya bedi etire. Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajimaka say di 2 dwa sense ya mpinfo de gu apono so. Na wode boa na empuntu aduro bibia boboa no national decentralization policy no wodi ho nkoma a omawie.
I'm pleased to note that the formulation of the National Decentralization Policy and Strategy 2026 to 2030 has been completed.
Na watwe mu na enkoma na efa Ghana ye ne Barari DV Ghana Limited ho na efa fom agudie tuo lithium ho empenifo no kokopie mu ewo emrasebadwefie kokodi ho nkomo na wo so afoda so ye hwasase na obade ne patwe ho hia so ano Onimanyamfo Emmanuel Amakofi Bua etiem se sene nkomo ne kɔ no kra no entese apam no aban no watwe e di asensen kakra na o kire nsemu.
Mr. Speaker, I've been asked to adduce reasons why we are withdrawing this. This was laid before the House on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, and was referred to the Committee on Lands and Natural Resources for consideration and to report to this House. Mr. Speaker, the reason for the withdrawal of this agreement is to enable the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to undertake further consultations with very relevant stakeholders.
Onimanyamfo Yusuf Sulemana waya boale mrasebadwani waya so afa be di etira so ya ehwa asase na obade ne patwe ho hia so ano no woda no ogina Onimanyamfo Emmanuel Amakofi Bua dimu na December busumi mu wode sansemu yi etudwa
openima busumi kroya emu wo peace news ye kase bosom eye mankesim hine osajefo amanfo du awotoso 9 wone kwabramafo di nkomo no wachie mu se no kwasem lithium deal no a ene mpanifo atwe krata no afrim na sebeda fie se wo kwakoye nsakraye o gidie se weni nsakraye a ebebo o man Ghana ntia
Yekeshia minister Amanze Kubwa. We are doing training there. Young for ha. What the tabuna to Mona Sasso. Moriki will be a yeke. In Bayan Field Diani, why a modern? Na Yakwano, Linya, Yano, Ye Papa, Minister. Okay, Chenya in there. Oh, so Yabaka the Mada. If you are no for a company.
Wasajefo amanfo du ya wotoso 9 mankesim hine ni ete nkano.
Na busumi ya mu ena mpenifo ye se sika 5.3 billion ya fa nkwa so ye hwa kwan ni akwantempon ho nsem so no wo fa nya adwuma afi 2026 ebesimu na atoba force fotosanfo ena chese sansem yi woda na di ewo budget mu ema mrasebadwa fon so sika yi wo mugidi tu mu na Onimanyamfo Isaac Ajay Mensa Kosa eni mpenifo bi ekasa fa ho ewo mrasebadwa fie.
The issue of inadequacy of staffing levels in the ministry. So we realize that the Department of Feeder Roads, Urban Roads, Highways, the Road Fund, and the Kuforidia section do have serious issues relating to manning level.
Onimanyamfo Isaac Ajay Mensa nini na December busumi ya mu ena Onimanyamfo Francis Asenso Boache okasa edi tu just wonam no watete say amanfo bi say wono wachiro krata de akoma Ghana mampani Owura John Dramani Mahama say akwanya ndisi ya wasantema ntemu nyina no munjai na ochina bi no MPP bo me ba beye and was say me nka sa wo ba bi Ghana for matia mbontu ngonya no kure
since President for time ya and nyoma be to build an expressway, a highway from Accra to Kumasi achieve 64%. Na can this buy maybe no come back to President for the so because see a quite new cranker and we anisa
Akan ne akwan ni akwantempon so afo Onimanyamfo Francis Asenso Boache December busumi mu na nsemu yi wodi tudwa
openima busumi kroya emu wa mrasebeda fie Onimanyamfo Isaac Adongo Boga Central na sebeda ni so di tudwa se road fund no ote ase kan na ni no 2026 budget no omanfa sika anko.
I just want to draw our attention to the fact that the Minister for Finance, when he presented the 2025 budget, had indicated clearly that the road fund was going to go under some reforms. And those reforms included introducing a new road maintenance trust fund, which was going to replace the old road fund. And therefore, it became clear that the road fund in its current form and stature was going to change.
Onimanyamfo Isaac Adongo Boga Central Mra Sebedani wo penima busumi kroya emuonu edom kumano eba bako Onimanyamfo Osahene Alexander Kwame na afenyoma kenso di tudwasa wo de no nkwa na woka na aban obetine kunya nsu wo twa busumi pori edu road fund board no krampo no ompa ahontoma
I want the minister to seize this opportunity to tell us how much was released to him. He became literally redundant because the funds were not released. If you want to rebut this, the record will have him. How
Nipa yetene kan efutu abaton pesa so no asebedani edom kuma esom wo mra asebedafie wona no for eno no osahene Alexander Kwame na afenyoma Akan
na December busumi yamu ena dom kuma ba no dani osahene Alexander afenyoma Akan onumunyamfo ka side to just na onumunyamfo okuja to abla kwa pa na de o ka say yankula ne wo mra asebedafie wagina Ghana dimu edi asrafo ne moa kwakopie mu Jamaica Cuba eni Sudan wambo ya mane na nipa na kwa awie na fa na wo ba be kiretie mu da kire se yemfa anye dan.
This oversight function is not a courtesy. Emphasis mine. It's not a courtesy. It is a constitutional duty. It cannot be exercised in the dark. Mr. Speaker, but something must be clear. If this deployment is, on the other hand, grounded in any formal agreement, treaty, or memorandum of understanding, as stated by the Honorable Foreign Minister, who said, quote, that logistics movement agreement has been signed.
Dom kuma ba no dani wo Sahina Alexander Afenyoma Akan onumunyamfo na December abusumi mu sansem yi wodi tuja
won manyamfo Frank anodon prensu gina mu opanima abusumi wo mra sebeja fie se wada so aye minority chief whip die obisa ensem hodo bi na wose aka cha electoral commission no se mra sebeja fie krata bi e dia bre wo mo se panda abaton pesa so akunya ne yenkoto aba no wo ho no sa krata no wo muntungu.
That letter must be recalled. That letter declaring the Kwanda seat vacant must be recalled immediately.
Na ora Frank anodon pre ensem no achie no kane na sebejani Tamale Central Baton Pesia so wonmanyamfo Inisa Fuseni so ebo mpanimfo kokose special prosecutor ho sensem no ye ka ye hwene enka ne yeo.
No, we can, because you see, Professor H. Prempe, because not a stakeholder engagement, the parliament a year in connection with the office of the special prosecutor.
Inti mu amo bon komo se special prosecutor yentwam yenyi ni office ni mfiri ho na opanini yenya ne kwan no se mo sa nkrofo no mo ya amanyofo a kitase ne prokan kan twirim no manigi ehuntia kane Tamale Central Baton Pesa so no asebejani onmonyamfo Inisa Fuseni
na December busumi mu ana onmonyamfo Brian ne champion doctor ono anso na beti film asebejani be pie mu Peace FM kokroko so ne chairman Kwame Sefa kan di nkomo eno so wonam no wotete esa amanfo so ma yehwehwemu na yebeto aba yebewie ni nipo betu Franka na Dr. Lahaji ma wonu bomia ana wasi apu omo hwehwemu no mu yenya se ni ba bi omu firi ye ni mo mo hyase na danta ndru ha ye se etwundru ha ye mpam ne danta obia betima ka ne ope na aba ne yetu wi ansunso so be firi mu aba no na se so no obedi atumu
psychological operations here our politics mo cast for the same mo pictures by social media and saying omo na members of one camp being to omo ko form survey ba enya dia obia ediye adwuma.
Dr. Brian a champion munyamfo ena December busumi mu sansem yi wodi tuja
nipa numa wo mo preso obetu Franka wa MPP amanyo ko ne mu ba ko eye owura ohene Japan openima busumi mu ogina mu ewo UTV so ne abnache ebuache di nkomo se wo mo to aba ne ma na obema nnwuma ba mabu na tifie ni adwuma wo mo benya bia ye nto no nko a ena delegate enhwe no
I go and pitch businesses with investors. They are more comfortable, say, and career president, so that you can secure their investment based on trust, the record. No matter research about me, and they are prepared to take a risk. But so your president, believe because you can protect their investment.
Nipa yatene ken aye onumanyamfo Kennedy ohene Japan. What UTV so a workasa no. Despite media yenkraba tabako enso ye OK FM. Sabre na Kwame Kumati kesian so ne brand champo di nkoma no wazu onkrofo betumi akasa titi wo manum ono brand na eneko.
Starting at probably 5 months ni metimi reach 90% of delegates. But be bien niwa enchire elections no menweni.
Nipa yetene ken waka nipa numu a wo mo presi obetu Franka wo NPP amanyo ko ni dimo onumanyamfo Brian a champion
na December busumi ya mu na national coordinator awosum Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition owura yire Benisimpre Jeche wakasa yetire mu say wasin so hwe na aba no wa enyenyenyenyenyenye no ye pobia bo no so bo ye disunya o ha wom enkoye ye hwe ne nyensisie
She show results na buy any dia na you who say or how do you hold no ma I was say we baby a ofri the ntia emofrano entumi anya de so ade ba ko a we de yesu say ebetumi amana ba ne sa na ye textbooks ne enema mofrani hia omudi besua de
Mame Benisimpre Jache or National Coordinator Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition December Busumi mu na December Busumi yamu ena nana kwame asafo agiaye wo ye Busumi frɛ hom rachi bedwani bepie mu awo the platform so ena nana ya okase twetwe nkomo na ne ka sɛ no wo bisa sɛ 24 economy na aban di ho nkomo kyerɛ Ghana fo no wo afiri ase ye de ohun hwe na abra aban ne bo nto ano ka sɛ 24 economy entimi nya adwuma wo Ghana enye no nie
radio bia so a 24-hour economy. Di ni 24-hour economy na. O si 24-hour economy. Eno ni adwuma anase ade bia ye de ba. Sebi Peace FM hanum sei no. Obi ya morning show a be pimenwum eta. Na wapon biso be fa akwa kopem anopa. No biso akofa anopa de sa 3-hour shift.
Openyina ne ni etwa gwe wonu nyamfo na kwame asafo agiaye. Why Bosumi frɛ hom rachi bedwani na December Busumi mo bepie mo the platform so na ya case for ne twetwe command sam yi wo de tudwa
Openima Busumi kroya emono aban lawyer pani Dr. Dominic Anyene de tudwa say kane oman Ghana photo sam for Akan for Riata obutu America no na so ene chintim krata de akoma America bambofo so omo wona tikọ fanemre Ghana de she no wonsem bia no eyi.
On November 19, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Oforiatta and NS Darko Akore from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request required clarification and enhancement to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements.
Nipa yetini Kenya ban lawyer penny Dr. Dominic Anyene.
Na December Busumi mu ena penyina be de kira wakasa edema Ghana Good Board. Mame Zainab Hassan bepie mu the platform so na one na ya okase twetwe nkomo na wo kire mu sa manfo keka say Good Board fu yi ena galamsey fu pa na o mabọ mu sesen na yeto gold firi o mu nsam galamsey fu no se nya no koreda. Good Board ento gold enfri galamsey fu nsam.
Gold, we buy it from the aggregators and also buy it from legally operating miners. Because we share one of the activities and we've collaborated with about 7 or 9 mining industries, large-scale mining. So gold, if we either buy all of their gold and I better 20% of gold. Aggregators, if we legally operating miners, supply. We say, the day who say we are buying the gold from the right source.
Mame Zainab Hassan wo ye penyina be de kira wodi nkita hodie edema Ghana Good Board December Busumi mu na wo de sansam yi betu jo the platforms one na ya okase twetwe nkomo ewie ensem bia etodwa December Busumi ye openima na ye ditie na yesini koso ya san akaka ye ho ntie hyase edi free January Busumi mu opepon na kyese ne namu a edi aba bepie mu e wo openima ye December Busumi mu na ye de esi anwumre yi ya ye die bre na ye besomwo eye me Sadat Muhammad Mene
Nana ama anotu for your fast and farmer production team Naomi Obinewa and na afen so Krachi George George say
Prince Bafo
and na Prince Bafo Asamoah say binum so was so Nisai Peter Square digital and na afen so ho na bi ka ho Caleb and a team now woma Kenya ye ni so dodo ye nyina ye gina ye se mo for pen na ya kese de kad na nemo ema mo afinhia po
na ansa ne mu bedin kra ne yemfa aseda ema nyuma ikuo yi Osons chemist e de Osons Gala capsule the boy chido MTN say we there for you everywhere you go from January to December ye ne mo na ehwe abomu high sense yemfa ntom anim say and I wanted us to just and this electrical appliances and cover bia bo more high sense showroom bi atwe ho ahia abode ko ne kokoje odie na send your refrigerator, air condition, television, gas cooker, blender, smartphone, rice cooker, blender nyina no on sabe kan bi na ne dodo mu a na one free high sense for 0302 550000 0302 550000 high sense say everyday prices for everyday people. Doffer roofing system so when so di hu say wo be ye feel run ye be mana bamu di amawo edan wo se kodum pempen so so boss wa ho de na sa bra e ma won chance na da ko bodan so ho ye da wa ba bi twa yenka umpe we na de na ope Doffer Roofing Systems for ni chemu e wo East Legon Trinity Theological Seminary in Chehon Mope, Alert Force Station in Yawo, Freya near Bejoso, 0543 661716, 0543 661716, and I say 0243 232818, 0243 232818, and I'm 0308 040 096, 0308 040 096. Doffer Roofing Systems, so when you think roofing, think Doffer. Budget Cash and Carry Limited at the Bludgeons Energy Drink Boya Chidom, Bayan Fisher, Dunia Chirini. And your new Bludgeons Energy Drink, one of vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, Torin, New Grana. You know, Ruben Yason for Society Pedriana Pie, wow. And two Banu Energy Drink and Konumi Biasake, no Bludgeons Energy Drink. The do one for Budget Cash and Carry Limited 0208 128190, 0208 128190, and I say 0550 010 000, 050 010 000. Pepsodent is one who need to be queen what Marcus Samoa, a droba cope, and one any Pepsodent. When Henry Spices would just so December, ye did pa. Now so you be also swear the D, a jaco to do a 20 year could do in Jana chess what the Biarada, and tis over the dear, the way you saw Henry Spices, now that you would be on a bebwao. Now I'm a Jana dear, once said to make a book upon you on what and said you asked not to say, Uncle Bonco, my Babacrana Wada, a Jedriani won't pay. Konokopo Henry Spices never yet dwane ne debeba ama won so restaurant ne choba for atwetwe dom e dia mamo ebeboa ama won so abo no obusuan ho ban 8 varieties ene wo dwa so ne dodo mu ana wafre 0207 805 398 0207 805 398 and I say 0244 525 908 0244 525 908 Henry Spices dey edewo Ruta natural product e the Ruta mesh abodwa so timi malaria pa malaria rene hu when you do public say Ruta mesh no mo a ase ko asemko ebo ho anse kum enti se malaria nko ade akọ ne kope Ruta natural product no nom Ruta Titanic nso e typhoid the Ruta tahwe etu typhoid aso no na ebo mo moja e di afurusane ye e wo nipadua no mo bowura pharmacy herbal shop chemical shop Ghana for nanyina won sebeka bi na mo ne dodo mu a 0242 662220 0242 662220 Lawson Herbal Center at the Lawson Local Mecha Bojaso na ne papa ye nti Dr. Lawson ne man fans nko the virgin doctor san say ama man nyina ye virgin o yo ba na person ye virgin a ko na ko pe Lawson Local Mecha no be siesie ho na enkabone yeast infection bacterial infection ya de nyina na afiri ho ama mfi ho no mo atimi aye nika be ma so wura ba bie ni kwase wura ya ri watita ye ho ko na ko pe Lawson Local Mecha no no so ebe yi wo ha nyina afiri ho na siesie se be ma no dodo mu a na wa frɛ Lawson Herbal Center 0248 619 999 0248 619 999 and I say 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 Bora Pharmacy Herbal Shop Chemical Shop Ghana for nanyina ukwa was open Lawson Local Mecha won sebeka be Ecobank say hwe ye ne ye dia be for kwan ye didi sika se mu dwa ba yo e na ya no musua yen ene AI bre ochina nim ne ye ba ye mom ye de adwena konkan e de abe for kwan dodo na agu apono so enti ba bia wo save wo sika no omomfa abe for kwan so ye wo sika firi ho na efa betu Ecobank sense Ecobank de ye wo de ma wo enu nti mobile app ye adwuma Ecobank pay ye adwuma express point ye adwuma Ghana for na nyina Ecobank say Ecobank is right where you are Ecobank a better way to bank your way Ecobank the Pan-African Bank cancelled me shadaroma sasabro any arthritis ye to ase enka ne ye nim say waduro cancelled me shadaroma nti ene ye nya ni daso upanyini na wo fie no ma me anase wo papa na poso wontimi kura ne nsa wontimi fam pagade ne nsa mani nyina na poso ne ne ya bema onso kwagin beduru fie a wontimi waposo yo ya arthritis ni bia wonya cancelled me shadaroma no mu etu ase hu sasabro no arthritis no chese cancelled ni timi ni pa wonya bi na no me beboa wona wonim de wonuro ma ye hwehwemu ahu ni se ye cancelled one mantem wa magana fo abre enti kwa no kope cancelled me shara ebeboa na asiesie ma maposo sasabro na arthritis no etu ase we yadu papa trust in Jehovah Clinic e watakwa diaba se wo watakwa ne mpatemu a number be frɛ so 0244 871862 0244 871862 kaswane ne mpatemu 0245 012201 0245 012201 wakanshi drug lane ne mpatemu na wafrɛ 0244 683583 0244 683583 cancelled mixture a world devoid of sickness when you make kwebe ye chido ma kasebo ye de esubo kasebo na sise no de na ye sia gina so nyama munyina fishia pa na DJ Fletch e wa ha ene e ya fofida enti ebekọ so ne ye de nwom ajeje motata oteka mu kufia na ye de wakwa koduru fie wo fie so a won so watimi anya nwompa na woni abusua no modi ahwe abo ma wo fie nyankopɔn yɛ adom a anɔpa no nsia kaseɛbɔ ɛbɛsan aba makwa so biem yɛma mo ani tia yɛ mo bibia afihia pa biem.
Peace FM.
Oh, correct, sir. I take a woman. Merimedro delay man capsules ya wunum yen die. Boy ye. Ahode na wanya nesano. Wo delay adwuma no so papa. Na wo che. Na wo ye ni ye pa.